Are physical media creators exploiting horror fans? And maybe even they're exploiting just physical media collectors in general? Because, we've got this recent example here of the Halloween 1 through 5 Steelbook collection from Imprint Films. Now, last week it was, hey, this thing is limited to 1,000 copies. The presentation on the Steelbook collection is really, really cool. Like, it comes in this amazing jack-o'-lantern, just like the jack-o'-lantern from the first film and all of that. The Steelbooks are beautiful. Of course they are. But it's not even half of the films in the franchise. And they limit it to 1,000 copies. They sell out. And then just this morning, I saw something about them. They're going to print another 1,000. So it'll be 2,000. That's where they say they're going to cap it off at. And I get it. Like, they're creating exclusivity. They're creating a collector's item that will be worth more money than what they're selling it for. I'm sure of that. But again, it's not even half of the franchise. You're not even getting a complete Halloween collection, and it's so limited. And at some point, it just starts to feel like they're taking advantage. And, more power to the people that went out and ordered it. If you're getting one, this is not a comment on you as a collector. It's none of my business what you end up collecting. That's all up to you. But again, as just a fan of horror and a fan of physical media in general, I don't go out there and buy every single thing or anything like that. But I'm like, well, this is them basically seeing if in 6 months to a year, maybe next fall, they announce the rest of the movies and do a totally different collection. And then you're going to have these two very expensive limited collections to have the complete Halloween series. And it just seems like they couldn't have figured out a way to get all of the movies, or they just want people to double dip to get the whole collection and buy from them twice. I don't know. I have a tough time understanding this stuff, or even maybe it's just about building the FOMO and everything like that. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the live chat. If you're watching after the fact, jump into the comments and let me know. Because, guys, it's not only that. There's this one that I just saw on Bloody Disgusting today from John Squires, that Terrifier is releasing a Blu-ray collection only including the Terrifier sequels and the Art Attack documentary. So, yet again, Art's Terror Pack Blu-ray collection will include Terrifier sequels plus Art Attack documentary. It does not include the first Terrifier film. And maybe that's because it's not part of the whole Cineverse thing, or, I'd imagine there's some sort of rights kind of thing there. But again, this is a series that only has 3 movies so far. They're already planning the 4th one. So it wouldn't even be a completionist kind of thing, in the next year and a half, whenever Terrifier 4 comes out. But even as it stands right now, September 8th, 2025, they can't even include all of the films in the franchise in this collection. So just more food for thought on whether or not we as horror fans are being taken advantage of. I feel like we sort of are. I'm not trying to take some sort of hardline stance or anything like that and be like, how dare these people do this? It's a free market. They can do whatever they want. And again, as collectors, we can choose to purchase these things or choose not to. But I think it's an interesting question for us to ask and think about as consumers. Are we being led to just get every little thing that comes out? Should we be more picky, choosy about what we purchase? Should we sort of, demand more from these people that put these releases out? I don't know. I think I know that Terrifier has a huge fan base, and I have no doubt that this thing is going to sell really, really well, but it's going to be incomplete. And we can jump into the article and read a little bit here. So again, this one comes to us by way of John Squires over at Bloody Disgusting. Got that great image there. A triple Art the Clown little collage there. And the article says, while Art the Clown terrorizes Halloween Horror Nights through the next 2 months, the Terrifier sequels are soon making their return to Blu-ray with a special bonus treat. Bloody Disgusting's parent company, Cineverse, will release the Arts Terror Pack Collector's Edition Blu-ray on October 7th, featuring Damien Leone's Terrifier 2 and Terrifier 3. And that's not all. Arts Terror Pack will also include the physical media debut of Art Attack, the dissection of Terrifier 3, a 98-minute documentary that premiered on Screenbox last year. The Art Attack documentary explores Art the Clown's cultural impact with exclusive interviews and behind-the-scenes footage from the record-breaking slasher franchise. Providing a deep dive into how the Terrifier 3 team brought various brutal kills and bloody effects to life in the latest slasher entry, the documentary features interviews with director Damien Leone, producer Phil Falcone, and various cast members, along with exclusive footage from the set of the production that you have definitely never seen before. So it's going to include Terrifier 2 with behind the scenes, extended Boo Crew interview, director commentary, fan art. Terrifier 3's got the making of, the eulogy log, the bloody still collection, and there we go. We've got the image here. I'm going to bring that up and put that on the screen there for you. So yeah, here we go. Collector's Edition, Arts Terror Pack. And this is where I was like, wait, it doesn't include the first movie. I went back to the article and I was like, I got to talk about this. I have to talk about this because, again, it might be a rights issue, which is why they don't have the first film on there. Fair enough. I just want to know from you guys, whether you're watching live or watching after the fact, do you feel like these physical media companies are maybe taking advantage a little bit? Let me know your thoughts down below. And guys, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, share the channel with someone who you think would dig this kind of content. We cover all sorts of horror news here on the Davey Deathray channel. So you're going to want to make sure you are subscribed and got that notification bell hit so you don't miss a thing.